No one will love you until you understand this. What if the love and happiness you've been searching for are already within you, waiting to be unlocked? Imagine for a moment a life where you no longer need validation from others, where your happiness is not dependent on external circumstances. You have the power to transform your reality, to attract the right people, and to live a life full of love and joy, simply by understanding one powerful truth. In the next few minutes, you will discover the keys to unlocking the life you've always dreamed of. Stay with me, because this journey is about to change everything. Imagine waking up every day feeling truly at peace with yourself. No doubts, no insecurities, just a deep understanding of who you are. That is the power of self-awareness and self-acceptance. Before you can attract the love you seek from others, you must first understand and embrace your own identity. True happiness begins from within, and it all starts with knowing yourself. Self-awareness is not just about understanding your thoughts and actions. It's about delving deeper into your emotions, your desires, and your fears. It's about recognizing both your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. It means acknowledging your imperfections and accepting them as part of your unique journey. When you fully understand yourself, you stop seeking approval from others, because you no longer need validation to feel worthy. You know your value. Now, let's pause for a moment. How often do you find yourself looking for reassurance from others, constantly measuring your worth based on external factors or someone else's opinions? You don't have to live this way. Self-acceptance means you release the need to fit into societal molds or meet unrealistic expectations. You embrace who you truly are, flaws and all, and that is where your power lies. When you accept yourself fully, you stop pretending to be someone you're not. You step into your authentic self with confidence, and this self-assurance radiates outward. You stop attracting relationships that diminish your worth, and start drawing in those that honor and respect you for the person you are. This is the kind of love and connection that brings true happiness into your life. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, are you ready to embrace who you truly are? Your journey to happiness and meaningful love begins the moment you decide to know and accept yourself completely. What if I told you that the key to attracting real love and lasting happiness lies in becoming whole within yourself? When you achieve inner wholeness, you align with your true essence, no longer divided by inner conflict or unresolved emotional pain. This state of balance and integration is the foundation for all healthy relationships, including the one with yourself. Inner wholeness means embracing every part of you, your strengths, your flaws, your past, and your future. Many people spend their lives running from parts of themselves they deem unworthy or unlovable. But these fragmented pieces of us are what make us whole. When we refuse to acknowledge the shadow side of our personality or bury our emotional wounds, we create cracks that prevent true love from flourishing. How can you expect someone to truly love you if you are not fully accepting and integrated within yourself? Take a moment to reflect. How often do you find yourself torn between what you desire and what you think you should be? How many times do you try to ignore the emotional baggage you carry, hoping it will disappear on its own? True happiness comes when you stop running from these parts and start healing and integrating them into your whole self. This is the power of inner wholeness. When you are at peace within yourself, you no longer seek validation from external sources. You are not dependent on the love of others to feel complete. Instead, you radiate confidence, clarity, and emotional stability, which makes you magnetic to those who truly appreciate and respect you for who you are. This is not about perfection. It's about wholeness and acceptance. Pause and ask yourself, are you ready to embrace every part of who you are and step into a life where true love and happiness can finally find you? We all carry emotional scars from our past, wounds that have shaped who we are today. But what if I told you that to live a truly happy and fulfilling life, you must heal those wounds? Holding on to past hurts keeps you tethered to pain and prevents you from moving forward. The happiness you seek cannot be fully realized until you free yourself from the grip of past trauma. Every time you relive that painful memory, every time you let old scars dictate your behavior, you're preventing yourself from experiencing the fullness of life and love. Healing from past hurts is not about forgetting what happened. It's about letting go of the control those experiences have over you. You don't have to allow them to define your present or dictate your future. Now, let's reset and think. What emotional baggage are you still carrying? Maybe it's an old relationship, a broken promise, or a deep disappointment. No matter the source, if you don't heal from it, you'll carry it with you into every aspect of your life, including your relationships. You'll find yourself attracting people and situations that mirror that pain. But healing brings freedom. It frees you from the past's grip and opens up the possibility for something new. When you heal, you stop allowing past hurts to guide your reactions, your choices, and your beliefs. You stop self-sabotaging, and you stop building walls that block love from entering your life. Healing allows you to approach life with a clean slate, allowing for deep, authentic connections with others, and most importantly, with yourself. Imagine stepping into every new experience unburdened by past pain. How different would your life feel? How much more space would you have for love, happiness, and growth? Healing from past hurts is the key to living the life you were meant to live. A life of freedom, joy, and unconditional love. How often do you truly recognize your own worth? We live in a world that constantly demands more from us, often making us feel as though we're not enough unless we achieve certain milestones, meet expectations, or fit into a specific mold. But let me tell you this, you are enough, exactly as you are. Understanding your own worth is the foundation for everything: self-love, meaningful relationships, and the happiness you seek. When you fail to recognize your worth, you may find yourself settling for less than you deserve, whether it's in your relationships, career, or how you treat yourself. But here's the truth. You will never attract the love, respect, or happiness you desire if you don't first see your own value. People can only love you to the extent that you love and value yourself. When you fail to recognize your worth, you subconsciously send out a message that you don't deserve the best, and you may find yourself in relationships or situations that reinforce that belief. Pause for a moment. How do you see yourself? Do you recognize the strength you've shown in overcoming challenges, the kindness you extend to others, and the unique qualities that make you who you are? Or do you focus on your flaws and shortcomings? Every time you downplay your value, you rob yourself of the chance to attract the kind of love and happiness you truly deserve. True recognition of your worth comes when you stop seeking validation from external sources. It means trusting in your own abilities, owning your achievements, and loving yourself regardless of what others think. When you recognize your worth, you align yourself with people who see and appreciate you for who you truly are, and that is when real love and happiness can flourish. So, I ask you to reset your mindset. Believe in your inherent value and start living a life where you never settle for less than you deserve. Imagine waking up each day feeling in control of your emotions, no longer relying on others to dictate how you feel. Emotional independence is the key to this freedom. When you are emotionally independent, you take full responsibility for your own happiness. This doesn't mean you shut yourself off from others or stop caring. It means you have the power to choose your emotional responses, rather than letting external factors or people control how you feel. In many relationships, we can become emotionally dependent on others. We look to them for validation, happiness, or fulfillment. But here's the truth. No one can be the source of your lasting happiness except for you. If you place the weight of your emotional well-being solely in the hands of someone else, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Emotional dependence weakens your sense of self and can leave you vulnerable to manipulation or resentment. Now pause and take a moment to reflect. Think about the times when you've felt unhappy, frustrated, or anxious. How often was that tied to someone else's actions or opinions? Emotional independence means understanding that no one else has the power to dictate your inner peace. You are the one in control of your feelings. You can choose how to respond to any situation, regardless of what's happening outside of you. When you cultivate emotional independence, you create a sense of inner stability. You stop seeking validation, and you begin to make decisions based on what feels right for you, not because you're trying to meet someone else's expectations or win their approval. This creates stronger, healthier relationships because you no longer depend on someone else to complete you. Reset your focus. When you take ownership of your emotional state, you empower yourself to live a life of peace, confidence, and happiness. Emotional independence is the pathway to true freedom, enabling you to live fully and authentically, unshaken by external circumstances. True, lasting love and happiness cannot thrive behind walls. If you want to live a life full of joy and attract the right people, you must learn to embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's the ultimate strength. It's the courage to show up as your authentic self, without hiding behind masks or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about opening your heart to the world, even when there's a chance of being hurt. Think about the people who have deeply touched your life. Chances are they didn't hide behind perfection. They were real, raw, and vulnerable in their interactions with you. Vulnerability builds trust and connection. It's the bridge that brings two people together, allowing them to see each other's true selves and form a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. Now, let's pause and reflect. How often do you hide parts of yourself, afraid of judgment or rejection? Maybe you've built walls to protect your heart from past hurts, but those same walls are keeping love and happiness out. When you guard yourself too fiercely, you stop others from truly seeing you, and you prevent yourself from experiencing the deep connections that could lead to true fulfillment. Being vulnerable doesn't mean exposing every detail of your life to everyone, but it does mean being honest about who you are and what you need. It means sharing your emotions, your desires, and your fears without shame or apology. Only by being open can you create space for real love and connection to enter your life. Reset your mindset. Understand that vulnerability is the key to building genuine relationships and living a life that's full of authenticity, love, and deep happiness. It's time to shed the fear of being seen and embrace the strength that comes with showing up as your true self. Have you ever noticed that some people just seem to attract good things effortlessly, while others seem to struggle no matter how hard they try? It's not just about luck or circumstance, it's about energy. Your energy, the vibrations you emit, have the power to attract people, opportunities, and experiences that match your frequency. This is the power of attraction through energy and vibration. Every thought, feeling, and belief you have sends out a vibration into the world, shaping the reality you experience. When you hold negative beliefs about yourself, you send out a low, heavy vibration that attracts situations and people that reflect that energy. On the other hand, when you embrace self-love, positivity, and confidence, you raise your vibration. You begin to attract the love, respect, and happiness you deserve. Pause and think for a moment. How do you feel about yourself on a daily basis? Are you carrying thoughts of self-doubt, guilt, or insecurity? Or are you embracing your worth, your value, and your potential? The way you feel about yourself directly influences the energy you put out into the world. If you believe you are worthy of happiness and love, your energy will align with those qualities, and you'll begin to attract people and opportunities that resonate with that positive vibration. But here's the catch. This isn't just about thinking positively. It's about deeply believing in your own power, embracing self-love, and trusting that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer. When you raise your vibration, you open yourself up to a world of endless possibilities. So, reset your focus. Take charge of your energy. Start by nurturing a mindset of positivity, gratitude, and self-love. As you raise your vibration, you'll notice how the right people and experiences begin to find their way into your life. The law of attraction is not some mystical idea. It's a law of energy, and you have the power to align your energy with the happiness and love you've always desired. Remember that the journey to attracting true love and lasting happiness begins with understanding yourself, embracing your worth, healing past wounds, and cultivating emotional independence. When you recognize your own value and open yourself to vulnerability, you align with the energy that attracts the right people and experiences into your life. You have the power to shape your reality and create a life filled with joy, peace, and authentic love. I encourage you to take these steps and trust in the process. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for your time and attention today.